my name is Medina Ulfa. My SID is 311 class 314A01, and this is my advanced listening UAS project, Retell the audio from Audio C to E. This is Retell of Audio C. Here's another 5 tips from Kaiser Permanente and Fox 12. A good night's sleep can make the whole world look better. Doctors say rest prepares your mind and body to deal with life's everyday challenges. It's also important for your overall health. Luckily, the other numbers of things that you can do at home to improve the quality of your sleep, such as avoiding caffeine in the evenings, avoiding evening naps, screen time and the 30 minutes before bed, alcohol, certain medications. Nicotine is another big stimulant. Also, having a relaxing environment, parts of a bedtime, all contributes to good pleasure and sleep hygiene. A lot of people will have a little bit of insomnia that happens when they're stressed out. We typically describe sleep deprivation as getting 6 hours or less of sleep consistently per night. You still have trouble sleeping after a month, talk with your doctor if he or she can help you diagnose the problem and determine if you need a sleep study. This has been another Thrive Tips sponsored by Kaiser Permanente and Fox 12. This is Retell of Audio D. Hi, today I'm going to be talking to you about the 5 keys to successful negotiations. In this video, I'm going to explain to you the 5 most important things you need to know to prepare for negotiation. At least according to Harvard Law School, preparing for negotiation, things through in advance, what would be a good outcome, what would the best results look like, what outcomes would you not accept, why it might these outcomes not be acceptable. Assess your needs and interests and make a list of what you have to have and what it would look like and what would not be acceptable. Number 2, identify your bad knot. Bad knots for best alternative to a negotiated agreement. How could your bad knot improve? Make a list of alternatives to your negotiated ends without an agreement. In other words, what would happen if you don't make an agreement, and choose the best. Is there possibility of a better arrangement with a supplier or a customer or a partner? Are there any constraints that make your bad not bad? Are there any terms that could bring to the table could improve your bad not? What and how? Number 3, you need to set a reservation price. Reservation price is your walkaway price. There are many variables that can determine your reservation price. The 4th item you need to look at is authority. Identify the level of authority the person with whom you're negotiating has and plan accordingly. And number 5, very, very important is to assess the other side positions and interests. What do you know about the other side? What other objective? What other needs? What other problems? Also, what we call psychographics. What's the reservation or the walkaway price? What's the underlying interest? Investigate and examine these points carefully because they are crucial and critical for achieving a positive outcome. If you send this an email, we'll gladly send you our negotiations worksheet, which will help you track the outcomes of each step of preparing your negotiation. I hope you enjoyed this video and check out our upcoming videos about communication skills, sales, and negotiation strategies. Leave your comments in the box below. We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe, and again, thanks for watching. Have a fantastic day. This is Retell of Audio E. Second generation computer. Transistors. The period of second generation computer was 1956 to 1963 using transistors. Hardware technology. Transistors replaced the vacuum tube of the first generation of computers. During this generation, using the transistors were cheaper, consumed less power, more compact in size, more reliable, and faster than the first generation machines. The transistors were far superior to the vacuum tube. Compared to the first generation, these computers were smaller, faster, and energy efficient. In this generation, magnetic cores were used as primary memory. The magnetic tape and magnetic disk were used as secondary memory. The second generation computers still relied on punch cards and printout for outputs. They used the concept of first store program where the instructions were stored in the memory of the computer. Software technology, the instructions were written using the assembly language. Assembly language used mnemonics like add for addition and sub for subtractions for coding of the instructions. Assembly language is easier than the machine language high-level program in languages such as COBOL and Fortran were also developed during this period. The first computer of second generation was developed for the atomic energy industry. Physical appearance, transistors are smaller in size compared to vacuum tube, so the size of the computer was also reduced. Examples: PDP-8, IBM 1401, CDC 1604, and IBM 7090. Advantages: second generation computers moved from cryptic binary machines language to symbolic or assembly languages. This allowed programmers to specify instructions in words. Disadvantage: high cost limited to special purpose tasks. That's all from me. Thanks for watching and have a great day.